Mine and my blue, but I won't be blue always. Said the sun gonna shine on my back door someday. I'm going down to the river, gonna sit on that old rocking chair. If the blues, they come and get me, I'm gonna rock them out of there. I'm gonna lay my head down on some old railroad line. Let that old 290 pacify my mind. I'm all alone at midnight, and my heart is sinking low. I never had so much trouble, Lord, in my life before. So that was my slight version of Trouble in Mind. I already did the version in standard tuning, but this one is in open D tuning. And D-A-D, D-A-D, F-sharp, A, and D. So you tune down your 6th string, you leave your 5th string, you tune down a full step your 4th string, a half step, the G string, and a full step for the 2nd and the 1st string. I tapped this out. I tapped out the 8-bar introduction, the first verse, and I wrote the lyrics under the tap. And I also indicated which notes are fingered, and so not played with a slide. And then I also tapped out the 2 solos. And in this lesson I will also explain all the small variations I used for the other 3 verses. So if you're interested in the tablature, please do open the video description. There's plenty of information there to get it. Okay, let's start with the first part. Yeah, Trouble in Mind is an 8-bar blues, and you probably know the most iconic 8-bar blues is Key to the Highway. And it follows the same progression, except it goes to the 4 chord only for 1 bar instead of 2 bars in Key to the Highway. It goes back to the 1 chord for another bar. That's the only difference. So let's start with the first 8 bars, and I play them real slowly. Well, it's already slow, but I'll try to play even slower. So we have a pickup beat, played with the hammer on there. And the bass, of course, it's a typical country blues bass. It's played open and then muted with the palm. So it's not like that, but... So here we go. Now, we slide to the 4th fret, well, just above the 4th fret. You know, slide is not in between, but just above the fret if you want to get the right tone. And if you listen to Blind Willie Johnson, all his slide pieces are in open D tuning, and he was blind, so he couldn't see if he was really above the 4th fret. And he will notice, if you try to compare, that he's playing more in between. It's a bit bluesier, in between, like say frets 3.75. And with the vibrato it really works nice. And watch out if you play slide, if you go sharp, then it's noticed immediately. So you can be better a bit flat and do a vibrato than to be sharp. That's not really cool. Okay. And here I'm grabbing the G chord, 5th string, 2nd fret, 3rd string, 1st fret, and the 2nd string, 2nd fret, like that. And then followed by a double bass there. And I mute that, so that's what you hear. Yeah, about slide playing in general, I'm part of the Clean Slide Club. So what I do to get a clean sound is I drag my index finger on the string and I mute the unwanted sound slide, like here. And you don't get that if you rest your finger on the strings. All right. So the 2nd bar, slide to the 7th fret. This is our A chord, the 5 chord. Slide up and down and open. So 3rd bar, slide to the 7th fret. then upstroke, a rake, starting at the 2nd string from the 3rd fret to the 5th fret. So what's happening here? So I'm sliding to the 5th fret and playing the bass, and then I'm fretting the 2nd and the 3rd string on the 4th and the 3rd fret, and the slide on the 5th fret, the 3rd and the 4th string. I think this is the coolest move of the whole song, and I must admit much of this version is based on the playing of Jim Crawford, a British guitarist, and I'll put some links in the video description to his version. He's a real good slide playing. He played this version on electric guitar, which works also very good. So, now here's a little technique. If you lift the slide, you get a sort of pull off, and we don't want that. So I try as much as possible to lift the slide, leave my finger on it, and then remove it. I'm explaining this in real slow motion because it's almost one movement, but the slide leaves just a little bit earlier than the finger. And then you get that clean sound, and you avoid that pull off. So you have to work on that. And then followed by the 4th bar, another little rake up, and we slide down, and we're grabbing the A chords, 1st fret, 2nd fret, 3rd and 4th string, and slide it up to the 3rd and the 4th fret. So one more time, bar 4 and 5. Notice I'm muting that with my picking finger. Sorry, bar 6. Also try to play with the slide, well, only the notes that you're gonna pick. So I'm playing all the strings here because I have to play this and the 6th string, and then, but then I'm gonna only play the 3rd and the 4th string, well, and strings beneath that of course, but I leave the 2 top bass strings open, so you don't have unwanted noises of those strings since you picked them before. It works, but it's not what I do. Also for this, I'm trying to play only the 4th string with the slide. So let's pick it up with the 4th bar. So in the 7th bar we have the turnaround. The bass string goes down, and the 3rd string goes up and ends, and we'll let that ring into the next bar where we have, well, another turnaround you could say. And notice that the muting with the temp. And I'm able to vary my attack and also, well, make a variation in the sound. If you play with pure flash, it sounds like this, and if I tilt my thumb a little bit so the string also gets some nail, it's a bit sharp. All right. And the last bar, the last beat of the 8 bar, I hit it down with my 2 fingers there, and very softly, so it becomes a triplet. Hit and open 3rd and 4th string, index, thumb. And that's the introduction to our verse. And I'll play that slowly. So, bar 9, we're doing a boogie figure, playing the G chord and the open strings. And we're muting that, so it doesn't become like this. And with vocals, trouble in mind, am I blue? So for the 10 bar, I go to the A chords, like this, 2nd fret, 1st fret, 2nd fret, on the 4th, 3rd, 1st string. Am I blue? But I won't be blue always. Now that 11th bar, well, I do, which is our return to the 1 chords, and that's where it differs from all the other 8 bar blues songs like Key to the Highway, where we stay in the... No, sorry, I'm completely wrong here. That's for the 19 bar, 13 bar, sorry. Okay, let's talk about that ascending move. And you can play here with the right hand whatever you want. I do many variations in the other versions, and we'll talk about that later. So, but I won't be blue always. And there we have our move, which we did in the introduction. The only difference is here, I start at the 5th fret, and then I play the open bass string. I don't stay on, like in the introduction, which makes it a bit difficult, but with the open 5th string it's easier to go. Set a sun, gonna shine. Same rocking feature as in the 1st bar, except we're going to the F#7. And that's the introduction to it. Bar, and fret the 4th fret of the 1st string. That's why I also use the slide on the 3rd finger. I think in much open tunings like open D and open, especially in open G tuning, it's easier to play that way, because then the notes, like the 4 chord in the open G, is like this, and that 8th string, that 8th fret on the 1st string is much easier to grab than with the 3rd finger like that if you have the slide on the pinky. But that's a personal choice, of course. Notice also that I always rest my 2 fingers next to the slide on the slide, which makes for a nice balanced feeling. I also always keep my thumb on the back of the neck when I do a vibrato. Don't do that with the thumb here, no. Alright, although some players really can get away with it, like, well, I forgot his name. But it's you like, how should I say, you like feeling with the strings, I think, if you lose contact with the neck. Anyway, we were at bar 13. So it's 2 beats of that F7, F sharp 7, A chord, and the last beat is that triplet to go to the turnaround. So that's it for the first verse. Now in the second verse, what did I do differently? I'm going down, down to the river. So I kept, of course, like in bar 9, the G chord, but so I played for the first beat. The second beat, and then I did an arpeggio. I'm going down, and accent like close to the bridge, so it pops out really. Going down, down to the river. I'm gonna sit on that old rocking chair. If the blues, they come and get me. And here the same thing as in the first bar. And the arpeggio. I'm gonna rock them out of there. That's what I'm doing different here. So we had the arpeggio. I'm gonna rock out of there. One more time. If the blues, they come and get me, I'm gonna rock them out of there. Different turnaround. Well, I used several turnarounds with small variations, but they're all in the tab. So this one goes 3, 2, 1 on the 5th string, and you do something on the 1st string, whatever. And then we have the first solo, and we have a pickup beat. So the first solo starts after the second verse, and in the second verse we're not gonna do that hit and a bass or hit and like that, but I'll demonstrate it. So the last beat of the verse should be then that little pickup note, the hammer on the 2nd string, 2nd fret. So we started with that pickup note, sliding slowly to our 4th fret. 7th fret. Now, picking the 1st string and the 6th string at the same time, well, you have to see that you press hard enough so you don't get something like that. It helps, of course, if your strings are straight and not curved. Otherwise, you'll have to use a curved slide, which exists, by the way. So, or you can say fuck it and play it simply like that with the open bass, which works, of course. Bass, so that's the 18th verse. Now, when I go in the 19th verse, if you tap with your foot, you will notice that I'm hanging on here longer than 1 beat. And you can get away with that, of course, when you play on your own. And you see my slide moving like that. If you hang on that 9th fret and you turn it slowly, then the transition is much smoother than if you do, in my opinion. It's a little trick I do. Okay, so we had the 18 bar. And when we're on the 7th fret, of course, we're resuming the normal beat there. You don't have to do that, of course. Huh? You can stay for just 1 beat on the 9th fret and then go back. That's our signature move there. And then in the last beat, hammer on and softly these notes. And then in the 21st bar, we're spreading that slide up and down over 2 beats. And then fret it. 9th fret, 2nd string, 7th fret, 4th string. Same move. I'm gonna lay my head down on some old railroad line. So the first line is exact the same as in the 2nd verse. So I lay my head down the arpeggio on some old railroad line. So I'm walking up. Let that old 290 pacify my mind. So that last line of the lyrics of the 3rd verse, so it starts with that slide down, which is the slide down you will see in measure 12. Let that old 290. So I'm doing. And then I'm sliding to the 7th fret. Hit, and off beat. Let that old 290 So that was the second solo. Again, we have that pickup beat. Now, those double basses, you will notice that they are played not like that. But the first hit is strong and the second hit is very weak. So the first couple bars we slide to the, and you can do either, that's bar 25, like that, so 4, go back a little bit and then to the 7th fret, or hit the 4th fret, mute it with the picking finger and then slide to the 7th fret, and then ba, ba, 9, 7, open, and 4, 4. Then da, 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 da. And here I think that was the hardest part, to really get that little well, almost grace notes. So let's start at the 27 bar, 3rd beat. So I'm opening the last beat of bar 27 is the open string, 4th fret, let it ring, play the bass notes, 1st note of the 28th fret, and then don't touch it, do little like that. And the 2nd beat of the 28th measure is, and notice that I'm picking the 1st string, mute it immediately with my picking finger, and then play the 2nd string, open and the slide. If you don't mute that 1st string, you'll get something like this. Sorry. You don't want that 1st string to ring, but you want that clean sound there. So let's pick it from the 25th bar. Now it gets really rough. So the last beat of bar 28. And we slide from the 3rd fret, picking, well, hitting down, downstroke, bass strings 6, 5 and 4, to the 5th fret, hit it, and here in bar 30 I slightly did something different in the performance. I'll play those 2 bars, 29 and 30, as tapped out. So, in bar 30 I did there's a fermata sign over the 7th fret, so you can hang there, well, as long as you want, a bit longer than 1 beat, of course. And then I did the 6th fret, 1st string, going down the 5th fret, and then, and here, well, the tab says 4-2, but here it's really closer to 3-2, 3.5, I would say. And you can play the bass note at the end of the bar 30 or not. I didn't do that. And that is fingered, 2nd fret, 2nd string. So the whole thing one more time. All right, bar 31. So the move is 2 triplets. Slide to the 2nd string, 5th fret. And slide to the 12th fret. I'm starting with the strings 3 and 4. And ending with the 1st string 12th fret. It's the only 12th fret note in this song, which usually, well, a bluesy and open D tuning uses a lot of stuff on the 12th fret. Here we only go once there, and shortly. Triplet. Sliding to the 7th fret, bar 33, and you feel that the rhythm changes a little bit, just for this bar. Then the last beat is open, and the 7th, 8th fret, and in bar 34 we go to the 9th fret. So one more time that bar 33. So you're doing so you hit the 7th fret on the 2nd string 3 times. And then so the last 3 beats are bar 34, no beat, no bass, and then I'm playing 2nd fret 5th string, 1st string open, and in the same beat 2nd string, 2nd fret and the open 4th string, followed by the open 5th string and the 2nd fret 1st string. And well, because I have the slides on the 3rd finger, I tilt my 2nd finger simply like that to grab that 2nd fret 1st string. And the turnaround. I'm all alone at midnight, and my heart is sinking low. So what I'm doing different here, the first part, I'm all alone, same as before. When we hit that, then I'm sliding to the 7th fret at midnight, and my heart is sinking low. So I'm doing the ascending run. Thumb does all the work, and I'm muting, of course, the 5th string and the 3rd string. Sorry, the 3rd string. And then you can really whack it. If you wouldn't mute that, it would sound horrible. And I never had so much trouble, Lord, in my life. And I never had so much trouble. I'm doing pretty much the same as in the first verse. I never had so much. Going to the F sharp 7. Simple turnaround. Stopping at the first fret 5th string, and then I'm sliding with, I'm doing upstroke and grabbing all the frets with the slide, all the strings with the slide. And when I'm on the 12th fret, I leave the bass strings 5 and 6 open and do an arpeggio. So that's it for Trouble in Minds. Alright, have fun.